What's up, guys? Fico here, and I want to adjust something real quick on my camera. And this, I think what I'll call this will be my official first blog entry of 2013. And what can I say? It's been a pretty amazing day. The day's just ended. I've got so much to want to say about today. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I did last week, but first I just want to talk to a little bit about what this little segment is. And I'm going to try to make these videos from my other gaming channel as more as possible, but these videos are going to be a lot more simple. I'm thinking they're just going to be blogs about stuff that I do. If any major things happen, I'll try to blog. I mean, blogging every day, well, let me just be honest. I mean, if there's nothing interesting to blog about, I'm not going to blog about it. But you know, last week and this week there have been a lot of great things that have been happening. So I think this video might be a little bit longer, but bear with me because there's a lot I want to talk about. For starters, last week, my great friend Christina, she came to town to take care of a couple of things. You can see her and I. Well, we used to be an item, and we left in good terms, but she's still a great friend. And she is taking care of some things she should have taken care of ages ago, but she's taking care of them. And she came here to Tampa from outstate, and she went to see a Lightning game. So because the Tampa Bay Lightning, you know, NHL hockey team, is well, it's pretty much her obsession. She's obsessed with hockey. She's told me she used to like hockey a lot. Well, used to watch it a lot when she was a kid, but I never knew that much about it, you know, her liking hockey so much. But anyway, she went to one Tampa Bay Lightning game and she was hooked. So on the day before my the weekend started, I went to see the Tampa Bay Lightning practice for free. And then on the day that she went to see the home opener, which is the 20th anniversary, she went to see the home opener, and we were just there with her. Then we had some really good New York style pizza. Oh my God. See if I got the receipt here. I don't exactly remember the name of the place. It's in my wallet, and it's Sam and Frank's or Sam and Eddie's or Eddie and Sam's. Either one of those three. It's this place in downtown Tampa that is so authentic with its New York style pizza. The owner gets water sent from New York because that's pretty much the only element that I think in that day pretty much the only element that I think that's different, the water. But after about a week of work, I went to my very first ever Tampa Bay Lightning game tonight. last night basically, and that was awesome. That was a very awesome experience. It was great. I enjoyed it. I mean, we took against the Philadelphia Flyers, and as it turns out, us and the Flyers don't get along. It's actually kind of a bit of a rivalry almost. There's this huge disgust with Philadelphia here. For some reason, I think it's because Philadelphia fans in general for sports, they tend to be mean and brutish and kind of almost near to the point where it's just kind of obsessed to the point of causing physical harm to you if you were to just say something bad about them. But anyway, after they scored in about less than a minute after the game started, you know, our team rallied back really fast. Actually, we scored 3 goals in the first quarter, and then we got like 2 more in the third, and we ended up winning. So my first ever NHL game ever. And let's be also clear, this is my very first ever professional sports event out of the big 4. I've never been to an Major League Baseball game. I've never been to an NFL game. I've never been to an NBA game. And this is the first time I attend an NHL hockey game. So, and I didn't leave empty-handed. Got one of these babies. This is a puck, a hockey puck, but it's also a 20-year anniversary. My friend Noah, check this out. Actually, so this thing is kind of small for him, he says, and he actually gave this to me, you know, to wear whenever, you know, we go to games. So I no need to buy a jersey. I mean, if I become a bigger fan of them, I am eventually going to get a jersey. But the experience, I mean, I saw fighting. Yes, there was fighting. I saw, you know, us scoring so many goals, and it was just, the place just exploded. And when it wasn't, it was like everybody was calm. And it was like, my friend Noah told me there's a lot of tension that goes. You can cut the tension with like a hot knife through butter. I'm just saying there's a lot of like, you know, these, I wouldn't describe them as just quiet moments. Just like these moments. And we went to Eddie and Sam's again. I think that's what the place is called. I had a Sicilian and a white pizza. Oh my god! And I had some campfire gelato. And I think I sinned. And I don't know. I mean, I had a blast. Tonight was probably one of the funnest nights ever, and I think it will not be the last time I attend a Tampa Bay Lightning game. I don't think it'll be the last time, because it's so much fun going to hockey games. It was only like 15 bucks for the ticket. I sat up all the way up the nosebleeds, but I had so much fun. The week before, when we were with Christina, 4 Lightning cheerleaders were there as well, just out there, and my friend Noah asked them if they could take a picture of me with them, and I was kind of like shy. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I guess, and when I kind of just like, I didn't like put my hands around them, and everybody had something to say about that on Facebook. It was like, one person said, it was like, you know, you had your chance to put your hands down the cookie jar like all men do, but you didn't. It was like, you're like a true gentleman. It was like, I was like, that's not how you do it, dude. It was, it's hilarious. Oh, and I had, before I put this blog to rest here, because, I mean, it was a special night, and it was so great. I got to see Steven Stamkos score. I got to see Vinny LeCavalier score, Victor Hedman, Eric Brewer. I'm missing one here. Let me see. Oh, and Teddy Purcell. Yeah, and it was amazing. Every time that we scored, they got Tesla coils in 2 ends of the Tampa Bay Times forum, and every time that they scored, it was like nyah, 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 and they're ridiculous. And the pipe organ that they have, and they have an organ. It's like the biggest organ like in any stadium, and that is amazing. And wow, it was just a blast. I had a really good time. And speaking of Steven Stamkos, they call him Stammer. Like, that's kind of like between him and Hammer. So I figured I share with you guys something else. Today I took something that I used to own, and I introduced it to a friend of mine. I introduced this to Mr. Hammer. See this? This used to be my MX 5500 wireless keyboard, but as you could see, it is no longer. It ceased to exist. And the reason and the reason it doesn't work anymore is because I took a hammer to it. But it was a huge issue, because every time I would play these Bluetooth wireless mouses, wireless keyboards, they're good. Last for a long time. And I didn't have problems with the one I had before, but this one in particular would always lose the connection. It would have batteries. It would just constantly lose its connection with the Bluetooth. Now, that wouldn't be such a big deal, but it was still kind of annoying when I was trying to update Facebook, and all of a sudden I couldn't type anymore, and I had to kind of just fidget with the keyboard to wake it up, and that'll send like a signal. But when you're playing games, like multiplayer games that you need a constant connection, it does not work. It does no wonders for me, and it does nothing. And when I was playing Mass Effect 3, I was on a really good flow. I was using a Turian Havoc. I was like second in scoring, and all of a sudden I start losing connection out of nowhere. I start fidgeting with the keyboard. Then all of a sudden my computer goes into sleep mode. This thing has a key that puts your computer in sleep mode. I guess that fidgeting caused the computer to put itself in sleep mode, and I just said enough is enough. Enough is enough. I took a hammer and just slammed that hammer on that keyboard, and you know, that's kind of out of character for me, so I don't lose my cool. I mean, I'm actually kind of a calm person, but that keyboard was driving me nuts. I mean, every time you'd lose your connection, this screen, it used to say no connection, and then it would establish a connection again. Yeah, I think this was where the where the sleep button used to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, I recommend these if you've got like a media center PC, or if you're just going to use a computer and you would just rather switch when you're just using it, like sit on the couch and maybe use it from the TV. But when you're playing video games, over time, I mean, it won't do this right off the bat. I mean, this keyboard worked for a long time, but after a while, even if you replace the batteries, the signal just continues to just kind of like cut away. So I mean, after that game, I just ended its life. So and and that was unfortunate. It's but anyway, but yeah, that was my Sunday. And I was with Noah and Ann. I went with them to my very first professional sports game, and I do have a replacement keyboard, which is wired, and later down the road I will get myself another keyboard. So, you know, we'll see. Maybe Razer keyboard or Steel Series, or I'll think about it. So now I've got world's my oyster. But I will tell you one thing. It's going to be with a wire. So that's my day. And I hope you guys had a really great weekend. My weekend continues tomorrow. I'm going to go to the gym early tomorrow. And, oh, and also because the Lightning scored 2 goals or more, my ticket gets me a free movie ticket to see it to Movico. So I'm gonna use it to see a movie tomorrow with Noah and Ann. We've been talking about Hansel and Gretel, so maybe if I see Hansel and Gretel, I'm going to just make another vlog about how good or bad Hansel and Gretel is. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. So guys, you have a great night. Take care. Sweet dreams, and go Lightning. Go Bolts. Go Bolts. Go Bolts. And never see this again.